It's a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are. And like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are on this weekend just before the 4th of July. Michelle, Marie, Angel, and I will be doing oh my goodness, I'm getting a phone call right here. I'm going to have to decline it for now. Anyway, sorry about that. One of the things we were going to talk about was empathy, compassion, and transmutation. Because right now, and I think everybody knows this, life can be tough. And many of us are facing challenges that call forth our faith and fortitude. Big changes and hard choices are at hand. We are either going through them or know people who are, or most likely both. We're going through it and they're going through it. Our ability to feel with and for others is helping to transmute the energy to move forward to the higher realms of consciousness. We are moving through these experiences with compassion, strength, and faith. We must apply our faith and all we have learned on our journey. We must become sovereign and leave the past lower vibrational energies behind. We can and will transmute these energies with love and compassion and create constructively the most positive and beneficial outcomes for all. We got this. Okay, let me bring Michelle on. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Gail. Yay, we got this.
Oh, yes. This is, I think, a very important talk about empathy, compassion, and now I'm forgetting the other one. But anyway, you know what I mean.
Transmutation.
Transmutation. Yeah, that's probably the most important part.
Yeah.
It really is. I guess, was that a mental block or what? No. Anyway, transmutation is so important to turn energies that were negative to positive.
And since we're all connected, when we have compassion for other people that are going through things, we're actually helping to transmute that energy. You know, we're lifting people up when we have them in our thoughts and in our heart, and we're, you know, loving them and having compassion. You know, the entanglement, the quantum entanglement of consciousness, we are actually helping to transmute the energy and raise their vibration. You know, we're working together in cooperation.
Oh, we got some people in the chat. I just noticed that. That's fantastic. I mean, people in the ability. Here's something that I was thinking about. If you're an empathetic person and you're talking to somebody that's going through, say, a very negative experience, and how do you respond to that person without becoming drawn into the pain and suffering of it? Let me put it that way. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that we've all had our share of various experiences, and someone might have an experience from the past that can relate to their friend or family or whoever person that they're talking to, that they're going through things. And it's, you know, not by accident that you feel that empathy and compassion, because we've all been going through these experiences to prepare us for this unified field of consciousness, this love, Christ vibration that we're all moving into. So I think you have to put things in practice, and So there's two things. One, we're empathic because we have reached those higher levels of consciousness where we know that quantum entanglement, that unified field, which is comprised of love, and then we can send that love. And so basically there's an equilibrium that's happening. We're raising our vibration, someone else's goes down, we scoop them up and help them, and then all the vibrations rise up. And so we're sort of in this quantum soup of consciousness, and we're using that empathy and compassion, that love energy, to transmute. And it's like a really sincere love, and hoping to help energetically, in any way possible. That's what we do. And we do have each other, which is one of God's greatest blessings.
Yes, that's wonderful. I just have heard people in the past that are empathetic because they do feel, and sometimes they the negative energy that someone might be putting out, and yet they're really needed at that time more than ever.
I understand that, because I remember hearing somebody say something about, that's not my energy. And so it was like they wanted to retreat from it. They wanted to disengage from it. They wanted to push it away. And what I've always said is, well, it's not my energy, but it's here in my space. Let me transmute it. I will transmute it, because really we're all one. And in a way, we're all helping each other. So when you say mine and yours, you're really out of the field of the oneness or the love unity and stuff like that. So, but it's understandable, because when we first learn that we are empathic and that we are feeling other people's feelings, and that we're not a separate entity or separate field of energy. Our energy is not a separate field. We are united. I mean, that's a fact. The unified field of consciousness, the unified spirit. It's a fact, that we're in a unified field. And so to understand it and take it on, that's just part of our evolution. So it's understandable if people learn about empathy and that it's not their energy, but then the next step is, okay, learn to master energy and help people out. So, and we're actually, that's part of the evolutionary shift, is to, we're moving from selfish to selfless. And so we want to serve, people on this path of ascension and transformation. They want to help, they want to serve, they want to have a life purpose. They want to do what they can. They want to be useful and helpful and positive and loving. And therein lies our, path to freedom and to higher vibrations, is to practice, becoming loving. And not to forget, we need to give ourselves compassion. Everything starts at home, right here in our heart. And we need to give ourselves compassion, and not just do it for other people, but we need to give ourselves compassion too. And there's inner processes that you can do to do that. In fact, I named one of them. I didn't even think about this before the show when we were planning our talk, but there's a process in the book Live Love, and it's a process of transcend, transmute, and transform. And it's kind of like
T's.
Exactly. It's kind of like where you put yourself in the position of being like a mother and overseeing a child that's hurt, and it could be your very own inner child. Okay, so your feelings are hurt. You can be the mother and the child, and transmute those feelings with compassion, and give yourself compassion. And that's very, very necessary, because we need to love ourselves in order to love others, give ourselves compassion in order to give others compassion, be able to forgive ourselves, which is, really tough sometimes for us, but we really need to be able to forgive ourselves and then be able to forgive others. There's always that equation of self and others. And then that the paradox is that we're unified. And so helping others helps ourselves, and we truly feel and love each other. In our the evolution of human consciousness, I think, is really bringing us together. You know, we have challenges that are shared globally now. We have shared challenges. We have global challenges that we're all facing together.
Humanity, yes. And people are, I was just watching a video, a short one about what's going on in Canada, and that's we have here, like, we still have our, weapons, which slows things down a little bit in terms of total takeover, but they didn't, but they're out in force, against Trudeau right now, and I can't say I blame him, because he's like another little Hitler, only Castro. But anyway,
Really,
there's a lot of energies that are hitting the planet, and there's a lot of something that was mentioned in another video that I wanted to bring up is Penny Kelly. Are you familiar with her?
Oh, I watch her a lot. Yes.
Okay. I saw her. She had a great round table.
I saw that too, yes.
Yeah. Remember what she was saying about there's a lot of people with a very short fuse now. What do you think that's all about? Do you think that's trauma from the past that hasn't been transmuted, that's coming up to be transmuted? Or what is your take on that?
Actually, it could be from the past, but also if you are resistant to change, and if you are resistant to truth, you can learn to go with the flow, or you can fight things and have resistance to things and to truth and to information. And you just want to hold on to your convictions, which could be false, or programmed.
Yeah,
so I think some of that anger is resistance and an unwillingness to change. But the thing is, change is.
I didn't think of that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you for that. So I was thinking past trauma, but I resistance to change. That's a good one.
There's a lot of current trauma. Actually.
Yeah, there is. And, well, got to help you have past trauma too. It's trauma on top of more trauma, and
Exactly.
it doesn't look like that's going to back off a whole lot either.
A current trauma can trigger a past trauma, and then they escalate each other. They're that much more powerful in the energy that comes up. So the energy that comes up could be triggered by a current trauma or situation, but it's intensified by a past trauma. So it's all coming up for healing. And that's the thing, it's coming up for healing. And that's why, so much compassion. And the thing is, as far as we have choice, and we all have choice. And, we have different choices to make. And a lot of people that are together, boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, family members, there could be a big clash, because some may have zoomed up in consciousness, and some may have had that resistance, or even gone the downward spiral. So the clash could be, that resistance and that unwillingness to take the higher road, so to speak. And so I know a lot of people that are experiencing breakups and, changes in their circumstances because of that. And, when I was thinking of this, I was thinking of the vast number of people that I know going through that right now, and how much compassion I have for them, as well as myself, because, this has been a year of change, a lot of change and challenges. And so, but, this is when you have to call on your inner strength, go to your guides, ask for help, use all your tools, get your resources all together, keep leaning, keep having faith, constantly lift up your vibration and think of things to be grateful for, and move through the energy.
Write them down.
Everything helps. Everything helps. Yes.
Nature.
Absolutely.
I always got to bring that one up because that works wonders for me,
Yeah.
as well as reading wonderful, light-inspired poems. You talked about choice. We talked about that earlier. Would you like me to read Soul Choice?
Yes, that would be great. Thank you.
Let's go. Okay. I like this. I have read this before we even talked about it while I was out on one of my hiking trails when I take a stop and I meditate for a while. And sometimes I read some of your poetry and I find it very inspiring at the time. And so, and this, I had already marked the page before I even knew to bring it up. So, so here it is. Let me read this. I think you will enjoy it, people. And hopefully I can keep the rhythm going like it's supposed to. Okay. Soul choice. There's no lack of participation, no apathy, no quitting. There's no lukewarm attitude. There's no fence sitting. Every life has experience where choices must be made. Within relationships and circumstances, the hand of life is played. Soul tests are behind these decisions where inner energies play. The inner life has developed more or less in this way. We've come upon a precipice. Where precipice, that's what I meant to say. It didn't come out right. We've come upon a precipice. Now I'm going to have a mental
It's a tongue twister. Precipice.
Precipice. There, I got it. Precipice, where cycles and cycles end, a last chance for repentance, a time to heal and mend. Picking up the puzzle pieces combined to make one whole. Consciousness in DNA ignites. Truth activates the soul. That's what we need. Truth. Is truth more important or financial gain? A choice point in life may reveal evolution gained. Are you building an empire or an exclusive club for some? Or are you cooperating with others to get something positive done? Are you serving God through truth, love, and express? Or perhaps seeking monetary gain characterizes you best? Are you obliged to follow directions, or will you truly do what's right? Will you find your power within, feel your courage in your own right? A thorough heart checkup with an honest evaluation, then a dedication and surrender to God will remedy the situation. With a renewed heart, pure heart, and pure intention that is clear, each soul choice is mastered. We help to create heaven here. Hold compassion for each wayward soul. Ignorance is their exemption. Say a prayer to light their way. Have faith in their redemption. Power lies in the wisest choice to change yourself alone. Deep inside lies absolute truth where Father God is known. Receptive, open-hearted souls receive revelatory impressions. Bringing this truth to life is Holy Spirit expression. Attunement creates clear connection for divine guidance to come through. Listen closely deep inside. Your soul knows what to do. Sorry for the couple of little mess ups there.
Oh, no, you did good. That's fine. That's fine. You did great. Yeah, actually, I was just thinking about some of the words there because, when you listen, it really inspires, deeper thought, I think, and also reminders. And I forgot which one it was that you said that. Let me see if I can look at it myself. And let's see, it was on the second page. You said something I was going to comment on.
The one thing about that was said too about truth, I really like.
Yeah.
Where did it go?
Well, everyone I believe that I know are developing their inner life more and more, and more people are doing it. So, and so our light is getting brighter and we're feeling more courage. And let's see, Um,
I might add, Michelle, something that you told me. I don't remember if we said this on the last show or what, but I really like the line to use when you're maybe confronted with something that is difficult, where you say, Christ light, stand forth, take command.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Learning
I
to
really like.
light and use your divine authority. In fact, you had a meme up, and it was something about they know how powerful you are, and they're hoping that you don't find out.
No, yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
just imagine the power we'd have if everybody came together.
Well, I think that we are. I think that we're in that process right now, is going within, finding our own light, becoming empowered, using, the power of our spoken word, the power of intention, the power of visioning. Oh, I know what you, and on that part that where you get revelatory information in the poem, it says that those are the
Yeah, yeah.
revelations and downloads that we're all getting right now. People talk about, they never did that years ago, saying, oh, I got a download, or
Yeah, that's true. That's a totally new thing, really. But
it
people,
is.
it's happening to people. A lot of people.
People are getting revelations and aha moments. It's called many things, but we're getting attuned to truth, and also the discernment factor, that's growing. These are all positive changes in human consciousness. We're actually creating a new race of humans, a new species where this is the meta paradigm shift, where it's not like a small section, but all of humanity and all of the collective consciousness is, rising together and adding to it the recipe, with all of our souls, putting all together everything that we've learned. And so we're increasing our vibration and our mastery of, vibration, information, and the consciousness. The mastery is coming where we can now see the potential of perfection in the highest vibration of love by doing that connection, interconnection, which we're doing more and more. And you said something too earlier about coming back faster and faster, like when the energies get you down, when life gets you down, we're coming back faster and faster. We're transmuting the energy, and we're coming back faster than we used to, I think.
I agree, 100%. That's really cool. But see, part of that is we're getting our bioresonance is starting to get more truth,
Mm-hmm.
and that, I believe, that increases our vibration, because when you're swimming in lies, it's just really hard to raise your vibration, because everything's so negative.
Because truth is light, and lies and secrets are darkness. It's the unknown. But the truth is the light, which is the known. We become consciously aware of, certain facts that either we weren't aware of, or they were either hidden, or we were deceived. And so I think we're being activated by necessity. Necessity is the mother of invention, and we are getting activated and pressed, with certain life situations, individually and collectively, as in globally. We're getting pressed to take a stand, be strong, fight for what's right. And I just see, all kinds of people standing for the truth. They won't back down. They have courage. And
Stand your ground.
And people are doing it. And, some people are just such light warriors. They're not going to take bribes. They're not going to take death threats. They're not going to, they're going to just stand, and keep standing strong.
That's beautiful, just like yourself and I.
Just like us. And the people watching, I'm sure, because,
yes,
like attracts like. And so people with high vibration would be the ones, attracted to the show, because everybody, it's good to be around resonant souls so we can receive validation, confirmation, reminders, and just feel the love of, our brothers and sisters, because we know that's what we really are.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. We really are one big family, one big heart, one big love.
Yeah.
If we can, once we pull it all together. We're working on it, and Imagine doing a pretty good job, especially of chaos that's going on at the same time. The
Yeah.
collapse of the system.
It's so funny because I almost asked you to read that poem, and I just for some reason forgot or didn't. But there is a poem called One Family in my book, and it's on page 69.
Which book?
Forever Free. It's on Forever Free. Forever Free, and that one's just one page.
What page is it?
Page 69, and 69? It's called One Family. That's the name of it, and that's what we're talking about.
Well, in that case, I think it needs to be read.
I hope you do the honors.
This is what I love about poetry. I mean, in so many different situations, it's a lot in a path, and it'll help you on your journey. That's how I see it. So, okay, let's read this. One Family. And I haven't read it before, so bear with me. I hope you haven't got any too big words in here. Sometimes I know what they mean, but I have trouble. They're tongue twisters. Okay. Wherever thou goest, let us go. Whatever thou sowest, let us sow. Let us spread thy love and light, illuminating every star so bright. From high up in the heavenly realms, down to earth we bring thy alms. Manifesting thy perfect vision we see, blossoming on earth as doth the tree. Experiencing the joy of divinity expressions with understanding from earthly lessons. Shedding illusions of separation, knowing our oneness with all creation. As we illume our soul's pure essence, we're always aware of your great presence. In the now, we are one with thee, realizing our pure divinity. Being one with your great light, releasing past pains and illusions of plight. From our consciousness, Christ's revelations emerge, birthing our true self, our virtues surge. In kindness and affection, we feel love's caressing. In heartfelt gratitude, we accept our blessings, fulfilling our divine purpose as self-realized, our eternal gift of being most cherished prize. Accepting, understanding, love, flowing passion, raising each other through deep compassion. Children of God, blessed we are, united as one family.
Yay.
Yay.
I remember one time I was around a group of friends, and one friend, said, we're family. And I really felt that. When she said that, I just felt this really warm feeling, and I felt the love, and I felt the connection. And, sometimes just a word comes with so much energy behind it that feels so good. And, and it's the truth, it's the truth, we are family, and all the people that are gathering together around seeking the truth and sharing the truth, we are family. We are family of a certain vibration. We are family because we've been together before in past lives.
This isn't our first rodeo.
It's not our first planet either.
I know.
We've been other places. We've been on, we've had a lot of journeys, and but this one right here, what we're doing right now, is really quite fascinating. It's really quite fascinating, and I'll tell you, it was not designed for the faint of heart. If anybody's actually just even alive on planet Earth, our Lady Gaia right now, it is because you're a strong angel, light warrior, light worker, and beautiful light that we all need so much. And every single light is needed.
So shine your light and make it bright. And you do that by using your tools, and we help to try to provide them for you. So we are one big family, and that's a wonderful thing. And we're drawing together more and more. I feel that a lot too.
I do too. Yeah. I don't think it's by accident that, like, you end up meeting people that you're close to.
Yes.
Exactly. None of it's an accident. So I was wondering, do you want to read a poem about compassion from It Is a New World After All?
The Heavy Heart?
Yes.
That one, right? Yeah. Okay.
And
be more than happy. I like reading your poetry.
and before you read it, I'm just going to say, I actually had a friend with a heavy heart, and that's what inspired me to write that poem when I wrote it.
That's awesome. So on the page 2, it says, before the poem, it says compassion, and it says compassion supersedes any mental notion that may inhibit love flow. It is a direct realization and expression of pure love. Okay. So the name of the poem, A Heart. Oh, it's got that magnitudinous. Okay.
That word.
Heavy heart, magnitudinous feelings, outer havoc, inner reeling, opening wide sacred heart player, personal love space, feeling pain, intense desire, what's one inspires. Love comes forth magically from God through us dependently. We expand, we now love more, expressing love forevermore.
Yep. We keep going back to source, and we get healed, and we receive fresh love, and we bounce back every time. We always bounce back. And then there's for people that want to delve into that book, there's always an essay that goes into more detail of what the section about compassion is about. And it's exactly what we've been talking about. We're empathic, we feel for each other, we love each other, and sometimes compassion inspires us to action. And so because really we always think, oh, what can I do for that person? Or if you know somebody going through something, you just say, let me know if there's anything I can do, and so within our capacity, each one has a capacity or, something, they can do, and at least say a prayer, and just sending love, that changes the energy. So, we can all do that. And then anything else that, God inspires us to do, because God works through us, God's working through us to help each other as much as possible all the time. So, but anyway, there's essays that go into more detail, and in that book that it's good to contemplate on your own, that rather than, I wouldn't read it because
it's interesting what you said. I'd like to express something that happened recently in terms of what I said to someone, and that was that when we were, or this was actually, it was my son. He's missing work because he's sick, and anyway, I said, well, I can see if I can get some help, and I was explaining to him the way that works is first we ask, and then source the hearts of people that are capable of helping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I experienced a little bit of that already, and I'm so grateful.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
So
yes, I've been praying a lot, and and also part of, I think, what's going on right now is that we're in like the final stages of our graduation. Each individual soul, we're being called, to serve our life purpose. Mm-hmm. And we've been prepared. And now it just feels to me like now is the time, the preparation, the search for truth, being qualified, being prepared. It just feels like the majority of that is over for the majority of people. And we are, as souls, graduation time, and we're being called to serve. So I was inspired to write a poem and make it into a story for awakened awareness called Hail All Good People. And it was about what it feels like when you're being called to serve humanity, which, you know, people each have their own life purpose, but we each have our calling. And I think that if you want to play that, if people resonate with it, sometimes you get truth chills or tingles or
Goosebumps.
Exactly. When you're like, oh dear, that's true, I'm being called.
Well, I think we all answered a clarion call from Lady Gaia.
Well, absolutely, but that's true. I mean, our whole lifetime is about being called, but this particular time in history, it's time to do the next assignment or the next big thing you were called for. So I'd be watching, for anyone watching here, watch for signs of synchronicity. Watch for doors of opportunity opening. Watch for miracles to happen. Watch for great positive change to suddenly happen. We are on the brink of change, good change, and it's like, I think we had mentioned in a previous one, a new day is dawning. A new day is dawning, and
you're giving me goosebumps. This is so true.
And we are here to shine our light. So, is it possible for you to show the?
Let me share the screen, and then I'll try to make it large, and we can watch that. So give me a second here, and I will find it. Here it is. Share. And now let me make it big, and now let me play it. Here we go.
Hail All Good People by Michelle Marie Angel. Welcome to Smile Soul Power. This message is for you. Please listen with your heart. Hail all good people, step up to the plate. It's time to shine, the world cannot wait. Set your sights on good things, be a true friend. With good-hearted actions, a hand you can lend. Be a spirit lifter, say things will be all right. Be a shining star in the dark of someone's night. Discover the gifts God has given you to share. Express yourself wisely. Show that you care. Remember what you have is there for the giving. Discover true joy while it's love that you're living. Hail all good people, your faith will set you free. Know that God will answer as He listens to your plea. Find your inner strength as you listen to the truth. Stand for what's right. Be a model for the youth.
Call back.
Take care of your family. That's all God's children too. Include everybody as God includes you. No light is victorious, though some may want to plunder. Don't be crazed, be amazed as God works His wonders. God is using you, my friend, to help someone out. He is helping you too, through angels all about. Hail all good people, spark a ray of hope, encourage any lost soul who feels they cannot cope. Remind them of love and beauty all around. Play uplifting music to heal from the sound. Get out into nature, be among the trees. Go to the beach or the mountains if you please. Take some fresh air, absorb some sunshine too. Remember your source as God rejuvenates you. Gather all good people, celebrate unity, rejoice and give thanks for every opportunity. Hail, all good people, your life is not in vain. God rewards the meek and all who've suffered pain. Remember that this lifetime is one big picture show. When it's done, we all return to our heavenly home. All whom we thought we lost will be with joy and love and lots of be celebrating. But now it's time to shine, as we came here to do. This is the moment in time for which God will glorify you. Bolster all of your inner strength, gather all of your nerve. This is the time you were called for. Now is your time to serve. The end is only the beginning when you open your heart. God bless you, now and always.
That was wonderful and very, oops, what's this from? I'm sorry. I thought I shut it off, but I didn't. Okay.
It's timely.
It definitely is timely. How long ago did you make that, by the way?
I can't say, but I've been writing these stories for Awakened Awareness for 20 years.
Wow,
And
I can tell. I can tell. That's so good.
I've written 48 of them. So.
Okay. Well, I was just, I'm seeing things from people that were trying to, in all areas, in all different areas, we're trying to inform people about some fact years ago. And unfortunately, so many of us didn't listen because we were, and now we're seeing the truth that we didn't look at in, say 5 years ago, even. People were starting to put it out.
Well, quite honestly, most of those books have not been published. And this was a sneak preview. That book has not been published yet. And I think that my sole purpose was to prepare for these coming times when the majority are going to be really waking up and raising their consciousness. The paradigm pioneers have been raising their consciousness, preparing to help the vast majority. So I think that that's the next level, where the paradigm pioneers who have been prepared and qualified are here to help the vast majority. Some of the ones that, maybe were not tuned into the truth, or, have awakened maybe recently, that have a lot of catching up to do, or that, there's different areas of awakening, including the inner work and the spiritual awakening.
Because I would say, as far as, the spiritual awakening, I've only got 10 years and, on that one, not 20. I was very heavily into my past career, which was in nutrition, until I figured out just about everything we eat has been poisoned or chemicalized, or it's like, oh, you don't have to worry about counting calories as much as you do chemical. So, trying to get to pure food is a real challenge these days. Even if you grow your own, you have trails out there to deal with. So a greenhouse is the best thing you could have, but not everybody can have a garden. Not everybody can do that. But this is another aspect of what we're talking about, and that is sharing and helping each other, because the people that do have that ability need to have compassion, empathy, consideration for the others that do not. Mm-hmm. Rather than the attitude in the past was, I got mine, you get yours.
Well, and what you said about nutrition, we need a holistic approach. And so the holistic approach is you want to combine, the physical health, the emotional relationship health, the mental, psychological, creative self, and the spiritual, inner and self-realization part. And you want to really have a holistic approach and have an equilibrium in all of that development. And so, some may be more developed in one area than another, but we being in a holistic way, we're going to bring everybody up in every area because one affects the other. As Penny Kelly did mention,
She did. I was happy. I was listening. I was going, oh, right. Somebody's actually speaking on behalf of nutrition. And she's really right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our food doesn't. That's what we really, really need. And I think some supplementation is required as well.
We also have the power of the mind, so that affects our health as well.
It's very important. What you think, what you drink, what you eat, all of them come into play. Very much so.
And emotions and stress. Stress is something to manage and avoid. That's an energy management, sort of a spiritual thing. And that's why meditation brings so much peace, no matter what's going on the outside.
Same with being out in nature. It brings peace too.
Exactly. Yeah. So that connection, that spiritual connection, nature and the nature of yourself. Yeah. It looks like there's, do you want to bring up?
Oh, there's a question. Yeah. Let me bring that up. Pioneer soul burnout, ? Can you awaken too early on and now be over it?
That's understandable because, when you're, it really takes a lot of perseverance and fortitude. And I would say in terms of burnout, there are times when you need to just rest and take care of yourself. We do have eternity and we do take turns. We do. It's like a relay, someone else's can have their turn, then you can take your turn again, and they can have their turn, you can take your turn again. But you always have to take care of yourself, take time to get out in nature and rest, or meditate and rest, take a down day, a rest day. I don't think you can really awaken too early. And I don't think you're really going to ever be over it because you will always have the benefits. The benefits never go away. It's like once you know something, you can't unknow it. And once you develop your conscience, once you develop your sense of self-awareness, your true spiritual self, you can't really unknow or undevelop, nor would you want to. So I think the burnout is an issue to be addressed, though, because we definitely need rejuvenation. In fact, in terms of energy burnout, I was feeling that after I moved and worked, and I just felt like I'm getting off balance. My physical body needs to also be taken care of, not just my finances or what I have to do physically to move and so forth, my tasks and everything. So rejuvenating the health, rejuvenating the soul, taking time to have quiet solitude rejuvenates the soul. Take a retreat, go in nature, shut the door to your room and say, I'm going to be by myself for the next, 15 or 30 minutes, light a candle, take a bubble bath, practice self-love. You definitely have to give to yourself and not just be a giver to other people in the world. You really need to, go and rejuvenate. And that's what Jesus did too. He used to go and pray, to Father God and get, rejuvenated, get fed, straight from the source of the light that we are.
Right. I always like to call him Yeshua rather than Jesus. But everybody knows Jesus better, I guess. But Yeshua is his real name, right? Do you agree with that or not?
Well, I think a rose is a rose by any other name, and I think that he responds to either one based on my experience.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay, let's see. What else were we going to cover today? We're on 50 minutes already. Can you believe that?
Wow. There was something that you said that made me think of you know what? Instead of, because I don't want to remember anything, too much work. How about if you just open this book, Forever Free, to any page, or maybe to one where you put one of those little bookmark flapper things on, any page or something that you've marked.
Okay. Oh, it's going to be hard to pick one.
Hmm.
Did we do focus already? Did we ever do that in the past? I have that one earmarked.
We may have.
Does it matter?
No, I don't think it matters. That's what I was going to say. I don't think it matters.
I got a bunch of them. I got a bunch of them earmarked. I got one for Goddess sakes, focus, the gift of freedom, divine destiny.
I have one.
Martyrs.
I have one too that can lift the spirits.
Which one?
It's called Light is Fun. Do you want me to read it? It's a sort of a.
Go ahead, and then I'd like to read that focus one too.
Okay, good. Because if it's appropriate right now, it doesn't matter if you read it before. Plug the book for the latecomers. Okay. This particular book is Forever Free and Soul Liberation with the Holy Spirit of Truth. And it's a very good book of poetry, and it just helps to inspire you. Oh yeah, and the one Gail has, it is a new world after all.
That has poetry in it too, and I love her poetry. There's one more book. Where's the other one?
The third book is Live Love,
Yeah.
Master Vision and Vibration to help create a better world. These books help to raise your consciousness. They give you tools. They lift your spirit and vibration, and they feel good. They change your energy.
They do. They have light codes. I swear they have light codes in them.
They do. That I was informed that they would be transmit light and light codes. And speaking of which, this one is called Light is Fun. Light is laughter. Light is fun. Chasing rain is the light of the sun. Light is reward of shaman trips. Light is the bounty on pirate ships. Light is the baby, so simple and pure. Light is the only way love can endure. Light is an idea. It's a brilliant cue. Light is the essence within the clue. Light are the fairies playing and dancing. Light is love, melting hearts while romancing. Light is a whisper from angels divine. Light is the tether pulling your heart inside mine. Light is the fusion of being one. Light is the feeling when love has won. Light is awareness of information. Light is the tool of transformation. Light is listening, creating space for expression. Light is wisdom, spirit's answer to a question. Light is softness in a warm love glow. Light is self-love when we truly know. Light is the truth that shines forever. Light is the genius that leaves us never. Light is the only chariot to love. Light is the sparkle from God above. Light is the sense that something is right. Light is the power of inner sight. Light is love warming our heart. Light is the comfort that God imparts. Love is the substance that radiates light. Light is the flame that sees in the night. Light is the guide that is leading us home. Light is the truth we've always known. Light is the joy that makes us smile. Light is the power for the extra mile. Light is absolute, illuminating with intensity. Light is dissolving illusions of density. Light is celebration of soul success when prodigal flight returns to its nest. Light is our essence, eternally free. Light is certain knowing of immortality. Light is forgiveness that brings God's grace. Light is gratitude for all that we face. Light is calling for joy to arise. It's the resurrection of love, shining light through our eyes. Chasing tears away through love of the sun. Light is laughter, light is fun. Peace brings light. Love will endear it. Light is the soul in love with spirit.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Very lovely. And we are light. I mean, that's even been proven because they have the super microscopes that can take it down past the cellular level. It turns into light because we're light.
Mm-hmm. And we know that within ourselves. We know that we are eternal
Yes.
light. Mm-hmm.
And light dissipates darkness.
Yeah.
So shine your light.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's do one more and we'll call it a
Okay,
day.
good idea, Gail.
Okay, I'm going to do the one that I have earmarked. I don't remember it, but I like it. I think actually my son picked it out. Focus. Yeah, I hand him the book and say, okay, which one do we want to read? And I let him pick it. Anyway, here it goes. Focus. The gift of life energy from God, our source, directed by our attention, constructs life's course. Experience of reality that has become form. Through eons of time, our suffering was born. Previously unaware of captured attention, now upon awakening, it's time to mention personal responsibility for energy we spend. As we focus on our divinity, our lives will mend. Once ensnared by media and television news, program propaganda, we obtained our cues. Seized by life's drama, as we looked for love, we become of the guidance above. The guidance comes in through each heart as we know, pointing attention there first we script and show. As we open to wisdom of feeling from spirit, our higher intelligence speaks as soon as we hear it. That was rather timely too, because that's exactly what has happened to us. We've become captured.
Yeah.
The whole captured in a different way, but personally, we've been captured too by the TV, by entertainment, by things that really weren't that important, but we thought they were. Whereas if we had from a very young age learned how to raise our consciousness, how to bring out the best of our spiritual gifts and so on, from a young age, can you imagine how powerful we could be right now? We could change this like that.
They captured our attention. They held our attention.
Yep.
And they captured our true identity and distorted it so that we didn't know who we truly were, who we truly are, and our true divine nature and power. But that's exactly what we're breaking free from right now, individually and collectively. And we are free. We are free as long as we realize it and claim it. We are free. We are free. We are free, and we are powerful, and we're united, and can't be divided. And we love each other, and we care for each other, and we're here together, and it feels so good.
Yes, it does, and it's just going to keep getting better. And don't be concerned about the things falling away, because they need to fall away. Because we're building a new paradigm. And
great things are emerging, aren't they?
Yes, and it should be very interesting what happens as the fourth goes on by. A lot of things are supposed to happen here in July. I hope they do. I hope they don't keep kicking the can down the road, because we certainly have seen enough of that. But anyway, I want to leave on a positive note, not a negative one. And so develop your spiritual self. That's where it's at.
Yes.
Our divinity. Your strength is in your heart and your connection to it and your spirit, because that's where that's where you need to merge your mind and heart and live in the now.
Yeah. And we can talk about that. We can talk about the scientific aspects and the quantum physics of consciousness that we are learning, and which is why we're becoming masters And it's that, heart radiance and that realization of being light and understanding our own electromagnetic field and consciousness and wielding our power. So that's where we're at. And love is always the bottom line and our center.
Yes. I've heard that in the past many times when, well, actually David Icke would say love is the only thing that matters, and he's absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm.
We're light, and all the stuff around us in reality doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to grow our light, expand our light with each other, and shift this paradigm into a heavenly realm.
Yes, amen, sister. With that, lots of love to everybody. Lots of love.
Lots of love.
Namaste.
Namaste too.
Everybody's being called. Everybody has their gifts.
Here's another one for you. Here's another one. In Lakesh. In Lakesh.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening. I Michelle and her books in any way that you can. So if you can, I really appreciate any support channel. Any amount is helpful, and we're very grateful and happy that you're even here.
Thank you, Gail. Lots of love.
Thank you. Lots of love too. And we'll see you again soon.
Okay.
We have found our way. It's a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are, and like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for